and that will keep this a 3-point game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go.
Here's Vereen. And some space here. And there he goes left side. The 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Shane Vereen, 70 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. And they're going to speed things up here. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And the cutback. And he loses the football the second time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll run. Anderson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Luck. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Andrew Luck, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled. And wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
To return, here's Chris Conley. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll drop to throw. Surveying the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Play clock winding down.
Come on, let's go.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here we go. 319. 319. Eagle.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Graham.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Peterson alone in the backfield. He'll get the football here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now here on EA Sports. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
All the elements of what you want out of a play came together on that one. A really nice run, took care of the football, and even more importantly, taking the clock under 4 minutes now. At this stage of the game, how do you bleed out the clock, take care of the ball, and make sure the other team doesn't have a chance to come back on you? You're looking at your sheet, how many timeouts are left, how many runs do we need to close it out? That's what the coach is looking at right now. Situational football, trying to gain a victory.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Luck now to throw. And he's got him over the middle. Fedorowicz. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing now. Luck. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no...
And look at this. They get... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Picked off by Dominic. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. Brown, the lone receiver left. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete.
Hard to admit that I used to draw portraiture in a human form, doodle of a 2-headed unicorn. It was soothing, moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and amused from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth who refused to belong. No name nuisance, stews in a bedroom, booze in a brand new uniform. barely commune with the horde. Got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone amp to the yap of the magpie. Unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, little bit of backlight. Black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2. Then it's off to a school where it's all that you do. Being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a 2-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and being a clod. Distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light. I left some will the spirit away. I let my fears materialize. I let my skills deteriorate. Horn about a thought of what I should have been. Continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Used to paint. Hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face.
Thank you, Larry. So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway in the 5th game of Draft Champions. Now Dion Lewis to return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. First down throw for Cousins. And his first look is incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. On 2nd down, Cousins again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jerry Rice, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. On 3rd down, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Here we go. 319. 319.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And incomplete to open things up. Shane Vereen, the intended receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That'll give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on 1st down. If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he's got Moncrief. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Shane Vereen, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Lawrence Taylor coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Second down, Cousins. Bryant with a catch right side. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Defense is going to every game talking about winning the early downs to make third down a difficult assignment for an offense. On that play, the defense accomplished its goal.
Here we go now. Blue line it. No, check. Here we go now. Blue line it.
Play fake. Cousins. He completes it to Bryant. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
They'll throw again. Cousins tries for Rice, intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Second down now after the incompletion. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Go. Leopard. Do it again.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to go deep for Conley. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the It's caught inside the 25. They get 39 yards out of that one. And it'll be first down, Washington. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there. And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end. So they're operating in the red zone. Cousins now on second down. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Larry Wilson. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. The play clock's running down. They'll run. It's Marine. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Time running out here on the play clock. Back to throw. To Barine down the flat. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Following the interception, Cousins, right side, caught Fedorowicz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Watch it now. Here we go. Green. Here we go now. Move, landing.
First down, here's Cousins. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Here's Cousins. Out left side here to Bryant. A solid stiff arm. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. And now they're in the hurry-up. From the red zone now, Cousins. He finds Hurns left side. A gain of 6 there on first.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
To throw, Cousins. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Dez Bryant from 4 yards out. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 13 yards there on the pickup, and that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down.
Really good job by the offense there. Every second counts right now. So for them to get out of bounds and save some time, that's a nice move.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Here we go now. 3, 9, turn.
Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Cousins to throw it. He's going to let it go again. And now here is another interception. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They'll start out with a run by Vereen. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On play action, they'll throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Chris Baker in there to sack him for a loss of 6. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun now on third down. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Play clock winding down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great... Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Hey, hurry up, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but boy, he knows.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Shane Vereen, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And here come the Redskins. Time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Again, it's Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Levante David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Back now here on EA Sports. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
They'll set up to throw, and he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now 4th down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about...
And my goodness, another interception.